My name is Jordi Wills. I crave respect, and this is my story. A big part of who I am is about where I grew up, and that place is small town Smiths Falls, Ontario. It's the beauty of a small town. But like any place, it has its, In high school, it wasn't uncommon for me to hear the words, "You have it made," or, "Jordi, what do you have to worry about in life?" You see, my parents own a trucking company. So all over town, there's these large 53-foot moving billboards of my family name. So there was an association there that I was well off, that I was wealthy. And the interesting part about hearing those words were I actually started to believe them. And when I heard people tell me that you have it made, I believed it, and it started to shape my worldview of respect, money, reputation. Also, a big factor was who was saying these things to me. It was the older guys, it was the cool crowd. Growing up, I always wanted to hang around older guys. Something about them, I just wanted to be around older guys. They were super tough, super cool. I remember they had a way about them that just demanded respect from people, and I wanted that. I remember going to parties with older guys and not having anything to worry about because who I was there with. They demanded respect. Also, I was in my grade 12 year, I was the captain of the football team, rugby, and hockey team. I wasn't an incredible athlete by any means, but I loved leadership and getting guys fired up. And so it's interesting in a small town, the respect that you get for being involved in sports. So that was high school. I moved away to college to Alberta when I was 18 years old, and something drastic happened to my worldview, my nice, comfortable worldview of reputation, money, and success. Nobody cared about it. I was in a new place, new people. They didn't know who my dad was, how my grandfather helped start the business. They didn't know how many trucks were on the road. They didn't know how tough the guys were that I used to hang around with. Nobody cared about it. And it bothered me that they didn't say those same things that I heard in high school. You have it made, you have nothing to worry about, or something about being an athlete. I started catching myself doing things or saying things to get attention again so that I would hear those words, because at that point in my life, that was what was filling my soul. I remember feeling bothered that I was doing things that weren't me to get attention, to hear those words, and it bothered me that it bothered me. And so I took a step back from this pursuit and asked myself the question, why do I want these things so bad, and why do I feel empty when I don't have them? I came to grips with the fact that I crave respect. And in order to get respect or acknowledgement from people, it involves people. And one thing that I was learning was that people let people down. I'd love to stand here and be positive that people never let you down, but they do. And I was going to be one unhappy dude if I spent the rest of my life waiting to get that respect and acknowledgement from people. The other thing that I learned about money was that money can never turn around, look you in the face, and tell you your worth, your significance, and respect you. That it does not have this capability at all. And if anything, it will just leave you wanting more and unhappy. So I'm learning this about respect and about money. In fact, these two things were actually corrupting me on the inside. They were making me more and more selfish. And to be honest, I don't want to live a selfish life. I do want to influence and impact others, and so I didn't like this. There's two quotes from the Bible that help me understand what is actually going on in my heart. One of them goes like this: "Those who trust in his riches will fall, for riches do not last forever." The second one goes like this: "For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I still trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ." I also look to the person of Jesus Christ. This is someone who I'd heard a lot about growing up, but didn't have a lot of interest for. The people that, quote, knew him, it was like they knew him in a two-way personal relationship kind of way. And they didn't just talk about it, it seemed to change and affect their decisions. It's like they lived for more long-lasting stuff than what I was set out to live. So I took a leap of faith and I put my corrupted and selfish heart, my person, to a God who doesn't care about how many people I know, how many times I've messed up, how much money I have, whatever, respect, reputation, money, success, all those things. He doesn't care. What he does care for, and what I'm learning as an adult now in life, is that he wants my affection, that he gave something great so that I could know him. That is the whole purpose of life, is to know God. And he demonstrates ultimate acknowledgement or respect by giving his only son to me so that I could be forgiven of all of those selfish moments when I just was thinking about me. God won't run out, he won't leave me, but in fact loves me and sent Jesus to die for me. Knowing and being loved by God rocked my world. There are still times where I crave respect and want to get it from people, but I know that he's the answer, and he will give that long-lasting acknowledgement to me. Jesus is the real deal. My name is Jordi. I crave respect, and I found it in Jesus Christ.